EMC, he has given some of the key points which I understood, like connectivity is one of the major concern over here. So we need to see what type of connectivity we have when you are connecting to either it could be a private cloud, it could be a public cloud. So connectivity is one of the major constraints. So we need to see and find ways how we can overcome. And he was talking about change, cost, information, and security, and the data is those kind of the keywords. So I would like to say, actually, I would like to start my presentation by saying cloud is not just about the technology, but it is more about the business, saving, economy. So I would like to give like a little bit, Douglas Parkhill, he wrote a book in 1966, the topic was the challenge of the computer utility. So he was talking about how we, as an IT pros, we can have our IT consumers, we can get IT services as a utility service. So that was there. So in 1966, the cloud computing has been evolved. However, since 5 years, major service providers, cloud service providers, they have been doing marketing and they have been talking on the cloud, things like that. So I would like to start my presentation, revving up the cloud, and these are my topics, as you can see. Data center and its cleanup is the agenda, align, improve and transform. So basically when we are talking about the cloud, we are talking about whatever you have as a data center, hardware inventory, the softwares, applications, and how geographically we are delivering those services. We just need to have a look to that and see how we can align those kind of services. And I'm talking about the consumerization and so on, as you can see over here in the slide. So when you are talking about the cloud, there is some housekeeping work need to be done into the data center. So we are talking about like hardware, we are talking about the software applications, communications, UPS, and what protocols, what languages we are using, and for our applications, what is the backup strategy, what are the programming languages, clients, internet connectivities, connections, and what are the users and what type of servers we have, those kind of things we just need to have a look. So basically the focus now currently as an IT, our main focus is on the data center and rather than the cloud centric. So we need to see how we can from the data centric, how we can focus on the cloud centric vision. So we are talking about for the enterprise, highly virtualized and standardized applications, massive scalability we need fault tolerance, high reliability, and so on. And we are talking about for the users, we need, if you want to move to the cloud centric, we are talking about any handheld or any system which has a browser, and your browser should be able to deliver all the softwares, applications, things like that. So we just need a connectivity and a browser in order to have those applications to be accessible. So here basically this is like a typical view where we need to see what are the, as a business, what are the processes, what are the strategies we have. It is like a top-down approach and it is like a bottom-top approach. The first we are talking about top-down approach where there is a business strategy, there is and from the business strategy or strategic objectives for any group of companies or any business, we will translate as a CIO or as a technical responsible or a head of IT, we translate those strategies to the IT strategies and we come up with a roadmap, what need to be done in order to meet those strategies, things like that. And then the marketing also, they will see what are the tools available and how those business strategies can be delivered by using the IT tools and the new trends and mechanisms available in place. And any organization, when we are talking about different business processes. So a process, and there are different methodologies we have. We have a Six Sigma methodology. We have for the risk management, there are different methodologies like COVID, they have something, PMI also, they have the knowledge areas, the risk management, things like that. So we need to see, before we talk about the technology, we are talking about a business process. What are the processes in place and what is the strategy? We need to have those things as a documented, as a workflow based, as some diagrams need to be there. So we need to understand where we are in order to see and measure the maturity level. And again, we are talking about IT architecture, we are talking about the hardware, softwares and all the inventory which is available into the data center. And what are the products and services we want to promote. All of these stuff, how they can work together and in coherence. That's what I'm trying to focus on the align area in this particular slide. And if you see, like we are, Mr. Ahmed was saying, there are different clouds. There is a private cloud, there is a public cloud, and there is a hybrid cloud, which is the combination of both clouds. So, and also the cloud has three variants. We are talking about the hardware, and on top of all the hardware inventory, we have servers, storage, network devices, and all, and so on. And we put a thin software layer on top of that, maybe you can say as a middleware, where they are called as a hypervisors, things like that, which will provide all the hardware which is available in your data center in a logical view, where you can have a central administration, where you can manage all your routers and switches, storage in a very logical way, logical view. And he was showing some of the views where the new Winex, I think, something like that, he was trying to explain. And there are other vendors also, they have those kind of solutions available. So here we are talking about infrastructure as a service. So we are talking about computing, storage, and application hosting. And platform as a service, where you have different operating systems, database, and the developer tools available. And like Amazon, they are providing platform as a service, where you need nothing but just you have a browser and you use their tools, and their tools will be enough, which will provide you to use and host all your database and by using different APIs available into their environment. And we are talking about the software as a service. There are different engagements, like he was talking. We have Facebook, we have Wikipedias, we have different blogs, YouTubes, videos, audios, and there is a lot of information available nowadays. And the big buzzword which came up as a big data, and that is gonna come maybe post to the cloud. And productivity tools, there are like whoever the cloud service providers, all they are providing the productivity tools. Those tools, they are cloud based. You just need a browser, you access those tools, you develop your application, and you just host those applications, and it is ready to be delivered to your business. And so on we are talking about. So these are the cloud computing services. And the other part, you can see, like as a consumer, as a customer, security is the major concern. We need to see how we can mitigate those security concerns. Even we are, since 2 to 3 years, the cloud computing has really grabbed the market, and we are talking about the maturity levels. And maybe I could show some of the slides where I talk about the cloud maturity level. But to tell you the truth, cloud itself need to have, there are things which makes the cloud still immature. We are in the very initial phase, where there are few challenges that need to be met, and those challenges, it is not just about the responsibility of the vendor, or it is not just the responsibility of your consumer, but there is regulations and things like that. So we will talk in that in detail. And we are talking about here delivery and operations, how these solutions, cloud solutions can be delivered. And we are talking about interoperability and integration. If I recall correctly, Vince Cerf, he is considered to be the father of internet. and he has developed a protocol called TCP/IP along with the Bob Khan. And he was saying in one of the interview which I saw maybe lately, he was saying the time when they came up around in 1980s, the time when they came up with this protocol, there was nothing called a network. We were talking about every single machine has to have a unique IP address, and that IP address need to talk with the other machine. So the concept at that time when the TCP/IP protocol was evolved, it was having a connectivity from one PC to the other, and that make the whole internet. Now with the cloud computing evolution, we are talking about connecting a cloud to the other cloud, and every cloud is like one silos. Maybe some of the vendors, they may not agree with me. So everybody have their own way, they have their own protocols, and you are limited to their APIs which are being exposed. You are limited to their web services, you are limited to the adapters which they are providing as an integration tool. So he was saying, yes, this is the area of research, and the cloud has to reach to its maturity. So when we overcome with this kind of challenges. This is the typical service framework as maybe you might be seeing for a while. We are talking about data center facilities where you have routers, firewalls, LAN, WAN, internet access, and hosting centers. And we are talking about security and data privacy. And if you see these things, these are the core foundation capabilities. And these are the cloud services. This is the framework which nowadays everybody is focusing. Cloud is not just about the technology. It is about the business benefit. It is more about the business benefit. It is less about the cloud as a technology. If we are talking about delivering the technology in a way where we are more focused to the business, we are focused to the consumerization. What customer want is the priority. What technology is there? What is the framework? How the